To whom much is given, much is expected, they say. But we never know the meaning of this statement until we are in that position. Many have failed with giving responsibilities in one way or another, but a few have stood gallantly, shouldering even more duties effortlessly. Today we celebrate one of the very rare ones whose life is an embodiment of the phrase, hard work pays.
When my dad went to Paris and he put on the family group chat that as a boy sitting in a Billy village, I never thought I'd be standing under the Eiffel Tower, and that really opened my eyes because my dad has worked so hard to be where he is now.
He's very hardworking. He works very often. If you get an idea in the middle of the night, you get to work. There's no 9 to 5, it's 24 hours. You work for life, basically.
A person in whom hard work, faith in God, absolute faith in God came together to work, to make him what he is.
He never give up. As far as concerned, in his dictionary there is nothing like impossibility. Everything is possible.
If you talk about professional background, the first thing you say for Alex is his tremendous capacity for hard work. Alex is extremely hardworking, and it is not something that started today. It's something that has been with him right from the beginning of his career as a lawyer. He has pushed himself to the limits. He has worked very hard to get to the pinnacle of his profession. And he brings the same degree of dedication, hard work and attention to every case that is entrusted with.
So he's loving, he is benevolent, he is very generous. He has sacrificed himself, and my mother sacrificed so much for each and every one of us to be where we are. And our prayer is that we would make the world envy him because of us. We want to break barriers, break limits, because that's what he has taught us to do, to see beyond limitations, to see beyond anything that stops you from getting there in whatever field it is.
An icon who, like wine, has gotten even better with age.
He's an extraordinary gentleman. He's a fighter, a very private person, intense loyalty, a great patriot, a very proud son of Edo, but at the same time, a man with a very innate sense of humility.
Filled with wisdom, he is a veteran in his field of endeavor.
No one passes through Dr. Alex Izinyon that is not bound to be successful in practice. No one.
As a lawyer, if you retain the services of Alex, you are more than certain that you get the best of his effort, his talent, and commitment to your case.
I have found him to be somebody that you can work with, somebody that is reliable, somebody that is honest, somebody that pursues a vision and wants it to get accomplished, and somebody that puts a touch of excellence and quality to whatsoever he wants to do.
He is a mentor.
The moment I got involved with him in 1999, my perspective of all practices changed.
He's my mentor and my role model. Sometimes I see him do things and how he has a very kind heart. I see people take advantage of that. And I get angry because I'm very protective of him. But as I grew older, I now realized that it's the grace of God. If you feel it in your heart to give, give. If you don't feel, move.
He is a role model.
I also learned from him that for every lawyer that is hardworking, you also must have a bit of a resting place in your office. Everywhere I put my office, it must be, no matter how small, it must be serene so that I will not have a lot of disturbance. I must have a place where I can lie down.
He's a teacher.
My relationship with him was not that of a master-servant relationship, far from it. I refer to him as Oga.
He is an inspiration to many.
I've been with Dr. Alex Izinyon for 18 years now. And during my stay with him, I've come to realize that he's an astute, an erudite legal scholar.
He is quick to appreciate your little efforts and encourages you to do more.
He first appreciates your work, and when you have that, when you have that person as your boss, then you want to do more.
He is a life coach.
So we talk a lot, and I think he has made it more of an approachable thing. So I reached the stage, even the decision to get married, when I was dating my wife, before getting that decision, deep talks of, look, these are the responsibilities I'm ready to take. I'm ready to take that step as a man now. And he knows how strong-willed I am. I took that from him.
The instance of me moving to Germany to play football, I think that was one that like enlisted and showed everything that my dad is. He was positive in the fact of letting me go. She told me to keep and watch myself and always make sure I'm healthy, keep on track with my diet, seeing the doctor, seeing the physio and everything. And he always supported me by, I say I was feeling down or didn't feel like doing practice or working out everything, and I gave him a call. He was always saying, I keep going. You know why you're there. You know God is blessing you. You know the opportunities that you're going to get are endless when you keep on playing this sport.
He lives a life worth emulating.
He is a phenomenal man, strong man, probably the strongest man I know. Determined, focused, energetic. These are traits that even I, every day, see it as targets that I still need to beat or pass.
He is a brother.
Dr. Alex Izinyon is the first son of my father. So by the grace of God, he's a man that God has sent to my family as a Messiah.
He is a father.
Very committed and wonderful father. We call him Daddy in the church, and he's very committed to every member of his extended family line.
He's so kind. He has a very large heart to accommodate a lot of things. And then he's very hardworking, and he's good to all, very generous.
And a husband.
Love has no distance, because my mom was always in England, my dad was always in Nigeria because he works in Nigeria. No matter what, you could just still feel like that, just how much they loved each other, and they would always call each other, always communicate, always like talk to us as parents, not as a parent, if that makes sense. Like it would always be like, oh, your dad and I think this, and it was more like that.
Well, my mom was, I think, the most phenomenal woman in the world. Until I met my wife, there was no, I'm happy that I met my wife while my mother was alive, and she was able to meet her. My mother was the definition of love, honor. She honored my father greatly. I don't think I've ever seen any woman honor her husband like that. And I feel like my mother was, the two of them, I think they were just a match made because God understood the difference between both of them, and they just fit. The combination of two of them, I think, is also what helped everything grow fast.
Despite his position and achievements, his service to God and humanity is unequivocally exemplary.
We know him as an elder, and he's not an elder by size or by age. He's an elder by responsibility.
He's a God-fearing man. He's not somebody who says he's a Christian and does not live it. He lives his faith.
He's a devoted Christian, a man that is committed to the cause of the gospel. He's a man that loves the Lord, he knows his God, and he has supported immensely the work of God. He has made it easy for the bishop to do the work. And I've seen him supported other missions too, not just our own local assembly. I would say that he's a generational influencer. We have leveraged so many times on his personality when we had programs in the church. and he will invite ministers, governors, senators to our local assembly to celebrate with us.
He is a seasoned golfer, a true sportsman who doesn't back down from any challenge.
Late 8 pass, the other time, 8 pass. 8 pass.
This he has applied to family, life, and his legal profession. He doesn't quit or shy away from challenges. No wonder he has attained the zenith of his profession. Dr. Alex Izinyon, SAN, OFR, is indeed an epitome of greatness, a beacon of hope and dignity, a man of many sides. He indeed is a great man, and we celebrate him on this special day.
I knew our son, Alex Izinyon, years ago, precisely 1972. In my primary school, I taught him. There, I saw ability in him to the extent that my father called him Alexander the Great.
What you see today is just the sweet fruit of a seed planted decades ago.
I grew up in an environment where you need to survive. The rustic environment, the village side of life. So you can talk about electricity, you can be talking about some modern amenities and infrastructure, or as you see these days. So primary school, all those environments, it's an environment where it is quest for survival. I wasn't looking at anybody. I just wanted to just see life as it is and pursue it from all force.
From his humble beginning in Ebele, Edo State, where he grew up and had his early school days, to Kaba, where he started his legal profession, he made a comfortable life for himself and young children at the time. He was not contented with the comfort Kaba offered. He knew there was more to life than being comfortable. He left his comfort zone together with his family and sought after the life God had ordained for him.
From relocating from Kogi State to Abuja, where he was lecturing at the University of Abuja. So we moved from what seemed comfortable for us at the time to somewhere smaller. You're talking about a 2-bedroom house with people he's supporting, like other uncles and aunties. Yet this man is out every day working. And no matter how things were, he made sure we were comfortable.
He was the best and is still the best at what he does.
I've always been fighting for anything that is unjust. I don't like it. Right from youth. And it permitted me even through primary school. Yes, I was a head boy, so, and then punctuality, discipline, and so many things. Even at the secondary school stage, I was more particular. When I have injustice, somebody who is oppressing one, I like to fight it. I still remember from 4 to 5 in the secondary school, I almost led a revolution, a riot in the school, because it was like George Orwell, Animal Farm. Some animals are more equal than the others, although all animals are equal. There was a law some were breaching it, and I felt it was unjust. So we protested, almost caused a riot, until the school authority, they have to summon me and two other persons, and started, but they were very cautious. They didn't want to suspend me, but they saw I made a point, and that point was genuine. They also faced the father, look, X, Y, Z, you were not supposed to do this. So that's the driving force. Whatever is unfair or not just, I really can't stand it.
He is often likened to a bulldog in the courtroom, attacking every case with all sense of respect and integrity, all at the same time.
I was in court. We were not in the same case. We were in different cases. But he was doing his case before me, and I don't exactly know when it happened. I think he just lost it, and he was giving it back to the judge, and I was tugging at his gown. Alex, calm down, take it easy. He said, no, my lord, leave me alone. I said, Alex, calm down, calm down. Well, eventually he heeded my advice, and he let the judge have his way. And as is typical of a good advocate, a seasoned advocate, he didn't in any way humiliate the judge. I think it was an application, which is interlocutory, but the approach of the judge, in his view, wasn't perhaps balanced. And that is when you get Alex coming as a bull. When you try to oppress, when you try to suppress, then he will charge like a bull.
He has an eye for perfection and keen on detail.
One major thing that shocks me about him is so principled. He's one person that you send a text message to or you give a call. If he doesn't pick up, he'll send you a text back immediately. Or if you send him a text, he will reply.
His sense of humor is always an icebreaker, and it goes with him everywhere.
Highly humorous. You can't be with Oga and you will not laugh. So much full of proverbs, so endowed. And he brings this to bear even in his practice.
Every moment around him, you can also see that jovial side. He's very funny. Daddy is hilarious. He's a funny person. There's never a dull moment. We usually have Sunday lunch, and there's always something to laugh about when Daddy talks. Daddy's an interesting dancer. Yeah, he dances funny.
His benevolence is alarmingly high.
Elder Izinyon is a giver. He's an encourager.
One of the strongest things I've noticed that I've gained from my dad, I think, is giving people chances.
This quality he shared with his late wife, his match made by God himself.
Her name was Grace, and she was the embodiment of grace. She was long-suffering, with a spirit of forbearance for her husband and for her children and relations. She became perhaps the most important pillar in Alex's life. She was there for him in good time. She was there for him in challenging times. She was there for him in times that were very cloudy. But her support and her love for Alex never waned.
We can talk almost 3 or 4 times in a day. Whether before the GSM came in, on the landline those days. So it was like that. And that bond was such that it was really strong. And also, I think, rub on the children. She was really a gift to me. And I can say that God was really very faithful to allow her to come into my life and stay for that period that he has to call her home.
Another aspect of my mom, which was also similar to my father, she was also not just caring, very benevolent. Just the way my father had funds he had that he was always sending to churches, helping people through scholarships, she was doing the same thing on her own. And she was compassionate and always considerate of women that were not were not taken care of, even in the maternity aspects of children that did not get access to good health care or schooling. So a lot of the projects she did before she passed on, they were in that line to help people more either in the villages or people that were out of school and couldn't afford schooling.
Which is why on this day, the Alex and Grace Izinyon Foundation is being birthed.
People are still benefiting. You know, with students, we're not blowing trumpets to so. You know, widows, fatherless and motherless, orphans, and the rest of them.
We've created the foundation, and we're linking it to all of the businesses, the practices, which will fund the foundation.
On this special day, we are proud to associate with you by blood and bond. You have a place in our hearts till eternity comes calling.
Happy birthday, Dad. I don't know how, words cannot describe what you mean to me. Words cannot describe all that you have taught me. Words cannot describe how overwhelmed I feel in just telling you how much I love you.
God will give you the grace, the wisdom and understanding for what 60 calls for.
That Izinyon, I wish you the best that heaven has to offer yesterday, today, and forever.
And the hands of God will remain upon him permanently.
On behalf of all the staff of Alex Izinyon SN & Co., I wish you God's continued guidance, protection, and blessings in all your endeavors. Happy birthday, sir.
The only thing I can say to you that is, I love you. I'm happy that you're my father. I'm happy that I'm called your daughter. And I'm happy where we are right now.
Thank God that you're 60. Thank God that you're still here with us at your very age. Just thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you from when I was a child to now into the future. Thank you for what's provided. Thank you for what's being there. Thank you for always supporting me. Just thank you. You're a real one.
Hey, Dad. Happy 60th birthday from David Izinyon. Lots of love. I love you.
I wish you well, sir. You've done so much and you have achieved so much, but there's a lot of height that the Lord has prepared you to cover.
You are such a wonderful boss. Sofu said that life begins at 40. For you, I say life begins at 60, sir. Congratulations, and wish you the best life can offer.
This finger of God that has been given to him, the molding finger of God to mold men into great leaders, that he will continue the way he has begun, the way he has been doing, so that he will indeed have good success.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I'm wishing you the best in life, and this is the next chapter. It's not that you're old now, but you're actually younger. I wish that everything that happens now is times 10 better than before you turn 60. And I hope you just get the best out of life and enjoy everything you do.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank God that you've reached 60. I love you so much. And God bless you and many more years to come. Mwah.
I wish him a happy birthday in excellent health of body and mind.
I want to use this medium to say thank you very much, sir. I want to wish you a very big birthday celebration.
Wherever he goes, the presence of God will always go along with him.
More years to enable him to enjoy the fruit of his labor, to see his great-grandchildren.
As you celebrate today, may the Almighty God continue to flourish you and guide you.
I'm not wishing prosperity because God have already signed that for him. So my wishing for him at this point is, I'm wishing him long life, divine security.
Well, I wish him happy birthday and his family. Well, thank God that he has attained to the age of 60. We pray that he will live long to experience so many years to come.
He has achieved a great deal, but I know that what he will achieve in the future will be much more than all the things he has achieved so far.
More than anything, I want everything you hear today about you to just remind you how far you have come with God and the fact that God loves you so much, so much. And I wish you all the best. And I want to say again that I love you and you are an amazing mentor to have and the best father-in-law ever. Thank you so much, Daddy.
He will enjoy the fruit of all his labor on this earth, and above all, the one that is in heaven.
A very happy 60th birthday celebration. I trust God and pray that the hand of the Almighty that is already upon you will increase.
I'm happy that you're clocking the 60th year. My prayer for you is that, just like Jabesh, the hand of Jehovah will continually rest on you.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. Grandpa, I wish you many more years.
Happy birthday, sir. I wish you long life. God will continue to keep you, uphold you. You will see your children. You will reap the fruit of your labor. You will live and not die. Happy birthday, Amowosa.
Happy birthday, Daddy. Happy 60th. I pray for you in this new age that everything about you gets deeper with Christ.
He was called to the Nigerian bar after he received his BL from the Nigerian Law School at Lagos and LLB from University of Ibadan in 1985 and 1986 respectively. He obtained his PhD in arbitration in 2004 from the University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. He had his LLM from the prestigious University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, in 1991. He was conferred with the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria in 1999, the very first senior advocate in Nigeria amongst practicing legal practitioners to be appointed in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nigeria. He is also a notary public of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. He is a member of various professional groups like the London Court of International Arbitration, member Commonwealth Lawyers Association, and member International Bar Association. He has conducted several cases at the High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court of Nigeria, reported in the Nigerian Law Reports. He is a versatile constitutional lawyer and consultant, a renowned publisher of legal books and literature. He was a lecturer at the University of Abuja between 1994 to the year 2000. He is the principal partner and the head of chambers of Alex A. Izinyon, SAN and Company, established on August 5, 1987. He was married to his late wife, Grace, with 6 children and 2 grandchildren. Tonight, let's rise and celebrate an astute and visionary leader, an icon and a beacon of light to many, Dr. Alex A. Izinyon, OFR, SAN. We celebrate you.